So Parents for Experts is a series of 6 workshops that run consecutively, and it's run at different days on different times. We run it down at Manor, up at Woodthorpe Children's Centre at Tiddlywinks, that are designed to help you learn a little bit more about yourself, your child, your friends, your family, and it helps reduce stress and promote an understanding of how you can do things differently. Some parents say that it totally reduces the frustration of being a parent because you look at things so differently, that you do things in a different way. You do things lighter. One of the things we look at is schemas, and schemas are patterns in children's play, and basically it can be transformational. So schemas are things where children might line things up, they might look at rotation, they might enclose things, and because they're doing it constantly, it actually means that it frustrates you quite a lot. Does Maggie do anything that frustrates you?
If she can't get your attention, or sometimes it's not even that, she'll just chuck herself on the floor for no reason.
Right.
And then she'll come up to me and say, I've hurt my leg.
So that's your attention seeking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she likes imaginative play. She's got an ice cream cart and she wants you to play ice creams.
So she's lovely and imaginative with that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Different sides to her.
So what we look for in schemas is not particularly what they're playing with, but how they're playing. When you realise they're doing it to learn, and that's the way that they're learning, then you look at what they're doing differently, and so it doesn't frustrate you at all. So one of the things that we did is wrote a little bit, I wrote a book based on the experiences of children here, and in the other settings that I've worked. We had a little boy called Matthew, and he loved to line things up. So the things that he was doing is he was lining just about everything that he could get his hands up, and his mum was getting quite frustrated. He used to throw things, and she went upset about him throwing things. And when she realised what was happening, it was so much better for her and his relationship. So he used to throw things, he used to throw stones in the back garden, and she changed that so that he was throwing bean bags. So he used to line all his cars up, and he used to line all his plates up, he'd line all the DVDs up and the chairs. And so that frustration that she had with him was just reduced when she realised that actually he was learning some really complicated concepts like weight, speed, force, gravity, size. So the second book is about a little girl called Charlotte, and she's interested in rotation. But if you think about what image she's seen from being very, very small, is the C of Charlotte. And what we're saying is that it's the things that interest children that help them learn. So if you've got high levels of well-being, high levels of involvement, then you know that the children are learning something. So what we do, the awareness sessions really, is all about making it easier to understand why children do what they do. And we also do something called the Enneagram, which talks to you about how you react to certain situations, so you can change your perspective a lot more easily. So schemas are really important to children, but the way we can find out if it is a schema is to look at that level of involvement. So if you've got high levels of involvement and high levels of well-being, and you know they're totally focused, then chances are that that's a schematic pattern in children's play. And we have lots of children here that have lots of different schemas. Yeah. What are the dominant ones, Tony?
It's the scatterers.
Lots of scatterers.
We've got a lot of scatterers. We've got a lot of transporters, mainly transporting.
So just going back to what you were saying, that's exactly what Astrid does. She's a transporter. And that means there's probably quite a lot of backwards and forwards in her life, because what children tend to do is make sense of that they play to make sense of their world.
Experts course today, I've found that it's been really helpful, just opening up a whole different perspective, different way of thinking about everything. Today we've been doing about patterns in play and schemas, and it's helped me look at my little girl and the things that she does, particularly where she likes to collect all of her toys up and just carry them around, then give them to me and then take them back one at a time. It's just fascinating to see the different things that she does and how it can help me to help her to learn and to develop.
So doing the Parents Are Experts course, which is really good about learning about yourself and learning about different things about what your children do and why they do things. But it's not about, it's not teaching you how to be a parent, it's just that it helps you understand how children learn and how you learn about yourself too.
And there's a famous saying called emotion is the motor of cognition. So it means that children are only learning about things that they want to learn about if it's presented in the right way. Does that make sense? So emotion is the motor of cognition just means I'm really interested in that and I'm going to find out more. What we then do, if you think about last week when we were talking about when we say no, is we stop them doing things that they're really interested in. All you then do is get a child that will just do it at every opportunity or try and do whatever they're doing in every opportunity. So if they're wanting to throw things to see how far things go and we say no, we're not giving an alternative, then you'll get that behaviour will be really frustrated. So you'll be going, he just wants to throw things all the time. What I would say there is let him throw things, but let him throw safe things in a controlled manner and play with them. And then that'll kind of open up their learning because they'll be learning about weight and speed.
And I attended the first one of Parents Are Experts. I was in a play group run by Showstart at the time, and Wendy had come to the play group and asked any of us if we'd like to attend this group. At the time I was struggling to, I don't know how to put it, to bond with my boy because he wasn't adopted. I've got SGO on him, a special guardianship order, and it meant that he could go back to his birth parents at any time. So I was kind of struggling to bond with him rather than just feel like a babysitter. I needed to start feeling like his mum. So I attended the first Parents Are Experts and it absolutely changed my life. I learned that it wasn't just being annoying for me, it was because he'd got schemas. He wasn't leaning in his pram just because it drove me mad. He was late because he was watching the wheels. He had a rotation schema. I was really interested in his development. I become more and more interested in everything about how I could make him more happy. So I bought everything, wheels, prams. He learnt to walk because I bought him a pram and he knew he had to walk to make the wheels go round. And the happier he become, the happier I become, and we completely bonded together. So it completely changed our relationship just by doing Parents Are Experts. So I became that interested in child development and how they learn and the different ways that they learn that I went on to do a childcare course. I first did my level 2 and I did my placement here at Sunshine Preschool. Did my level 3 and qualified, and then I got a job at Sunshine Preschool, which is where it all begun. I can't thank Wendy enough. She's completely changed my life. Thank you.